Big Lake. Welcome to the Big Lake Channel Sports Consortium. And today I am going to talk about the Eagles and the Cowboys. The Cowboys, 21-point resurgence. It's football time. Let's go! So, with 8 minutes and 41 seconds in the first quarter, Jalen Hurts threw an 11-yard touchdown pass to A.J. Brown on the left side. Philadelphia went up 7-0. Later that quarter, with 1 minute and 2 seconds, second and goal from the 7-yard line, Jalen took the ball and scored on a quarterback draw, extending the lead to 14. On the first play of the second quarter, Cowboys had the ball. Devontae Turpin lined up at running back, and he took the handoff out of the backfield, slipped and fumbled. Jalen Hurts would capitalize on that mistake, and he scored his second rush touchdown of the game on another tush push. Philadelphia went up 21-0. Fun fact about Jalen, since 2022, in 3 years, Jalen has had 140 attempts, 81 first downs, and 33 touchdowns, just based off of quarterback sneaks. That is amazing. Jalen Hurts is a really strong guy. He might be even better at the quarterback sneak than Tom was. Might be, I don't know for sure. But he did all that in 3 years. Now it's 2025. Almost at the end. Amazing. And so with 5 minutes and 8 seconds on second and goal in the second quarter from the 5-yard line, Jack threw an interception to Rodrigo Blankenship. Now, CD was double covered like two blankets by number 53, Zach Bond, and Rodrigo, number 32. You could argue that Rodrigo was holding CD. However, this ain't no law school. It was a terrible decision by Dak, in my opinion. Cowboys should have run the ball in that situation, considering they were just at the 6-yard line, and it was second and goal. They had 2 more downs to go. I mean, give the ball to 33. Let Javonte Williams make a play. If he can't get in the end zone, shoot, he could have gotten closer to the goal line and made it easier. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But it was 25 seconds until halftime. It was first and goal from the 1-yard line, and the Dak threw at the goal line to George Pickens for the 1-yard touchdown. The Cowboys got on the scoreboard just before halftime. Philadelphia was still leading 21-7. And fast forward to the third quarter. After the half, on first and goal from the 4-yard line, Dak ran a play action fake to Javonte, and number 33 rolled to his right with Dak and chip block number 3, the right end Nolan Smith, the former Georgia Bulldog, and he gave number 4 just enough time to float the ball to number 89, Brevin Spanford, for the touchdown. Philadelphia was leading only by 7 now. And in the fourth quarter, Dak chucked the ball into the air like a piece of wood, and he found George Pickens for a 43-yard reception. George jumped into the air right over Cooper DeJean. It was a sensational catch. And just at the start of the fourth quarter, it was 2nd and 4. The Cowboys lined up 4 receivers on the right side and 1 receiver on the left side. George Pickens was by himself. And so Dak girds up his loins and runs to the left between Nathan Thomas and Tyler Smith. That's the left tackle and the left guard for those of y'all that don't know. And he got a block from Jake Ferguson, number 87. And he jumped into the end zone over number 21 like a squirrel to tie the game at 21. You can't make this stuff up. He jumped over number 21, the defensive back, to tie the game at 21. For real. If you don't believe me, look at the highlight and see it for yourself. I couldn't make this up. So, with 7:35 left in the final quarter, on a 2nd and 17, Saquon catches a pass from Jalen, and as soon as he crossed the line of scrimmage, here comes Sam Williams. He knocks the ball out of Saquon's right arm and forces a fumble, and the Cowboys recovered it. Now, the Cowboys were not able to do anything with the possession that Sam Williams had created for them. However, with 5 minutes and 25 seconds, as the Cowboys punted the ball to Xavier Gibson, number 38, Elijah Clark, the backup safety, the rookie, hit Xavier Gibson, and he forced the fumble, and it was recovered by the long snapper. Trent Sieg recovered the fumble. And so, with 45 seconds left in the game, from the 46-yard line, George Pickens runs a slant route to the left, while Cavante Turpin runs into the flat, causing MC3 and Quinyon Mitchell, 27 and 35, to run into each other. And number 3, George Pickens, catches and runs 23 yards for the first down, setting up Brandon Aubrey for a 42-yard walk-off game-winning field goal as time expired. Buenos noches, Arlington. So, the Eagles beat the Cowboys on opening night 24-20 in September. A game in which CeeDee Lamb dropped 4 passes in Philadelphia a couple of months ago. And yesterday, the Cowboys beat the Eagles at home 24-21 in a game where CeeDee dropped 3 passes yesterday. Now, the last drop obviously should have been a touchdown, but however, the Cowboys should have been running the ball in that situation, in my opinion. In my opinion. Just my opinion. But, you know, instead of throwing the ball at the goal line in that situation, you can question why the Cowboys did not take the field goal instead of going for it on 4th down. But it probably worked to their benefit. If they had taken the field goal, who is to say that the Eagles would not have had the ball last and ended the game with the touchdown? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not here to argue because this ain't no law school. Now, watching the Cowboys play yesterday, comparing to the first 3 quarters, I'll tell you, to the 4th quarter, honestly, it was almost as if another team went on the field. To me, it seemed like 22 other guys had walked into AT&T Stadium wearing the same uniforms, just subbed into the game in the 4th quarter. It was just a different kind of energy to me. Even just looking at the huge plays that were made by players that the average viewer might not pay attention to, like Spanford catching that touchdown pass, and Elijah Clark forcing that fumble that was recovered by Trent Sieg, the long snapper. So, what can I say? It was unique, and it was unlike a game that I've seen in recent memory, or at all if I can remember. And so that brings us to our next game. The Chiefs beat the Colts 23-20 yesterday afternoon on the 12 o'clock game on a walk-off Heath Bunker field goal as time expired. And so the Chiefs will travel down to Arlington to play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. I believe that game will be at 15:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, the 3:30 game. I believe that game will be on CBS and not on Fox. Most of the Cowboys Thanksgiving games are on CBS. I think it was 3 years ago the last time the Cowboys played a Thanksgiving game on Fox, if I can remember correctly. But I want to know that because I was actually at that game. Giants and the Cowboys, 2022. Sure was. That's right. It's been 3 years already. That's crazy. But nevertheless, I'm pretty sure Post Malone's performing at halftime. And I will be very interested to see Patrick Mahomes play Dak Prescott again in Arlington. I will be monitoring that game closely. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank y'all for watching the Big Lake Channel Sports Consortium. The Big Lake Channel is on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. And please check out our Spotify playlist. I am ecstatic to announce that the Big Lake Channel now has a Shopify store where you can purchase acrylic art just like this one behind me that I made personally. I'll leave the description down here on the screen or down in the description box. Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas if y'all don't see me before then.